I can see her lying back in her set.
Hey everybody, happy Homebrew Wednesday. Today's Homebrew Wednesday is being brought to you not by a homebrew, but by a local beer, Port City's Metro Red. Trying to get in the spirit. I didn't brew an Irish Red this year, and I don't think there's time to brew one before Leprechaun Day, so I think I'm going to have to do a post St. Patrick's Day brew. I'm not Irish, I'm actually more British than anything else, but hey, I like to get into the seasons. It's St. Patrick's Day, you either do an Irish Stout or you do an Irish Red. Actually, I've never done an Irish Stout, so maybe I need to expand and do that instead of an Irish Red. But I like Irish Reds because I like kind of that sweet malty beer, so anyway, let's get into this monumental red and see what it's all about. I had a sour IPA earlier. It was a raspberry sour IPA that I really liked, and it's making me think I'm gonna need to take some of my old recipes, like so now that I like the Deliverance, the sour brown, and oh, by the way, I apologize to Mr. Feck because I kept calling that beer from Urban Artifact Howler. That was the nickname I was originally going to give it. It was actually Owler, but I brewed it and I called it the Deliverance instead. So just because I like that movie. But anyway, and I put the Banjo Dude on the label. But anyway, here you go. Here's it's not very clear at all. Maybe that's chill haze. Actually, yeah, it's not bad. It is red. It is red. This is a double red, but it's only 6.5%, so I don't know if it's double, but I would call this sessionable for Mike Dean. Cheers, guys. That is good. That gets the seal of approval. I love this. This reminds me of Nosferatu. I like this a lot. So, and that makes sense because that's an Imperial Red Ale too, I think. Anyway, man, I'm sorry. I'm going to be clearing my throat. I had a cold a couple of weeks ago. You know, when you have a cold, it sticks around with you for a while. And I went and did some cardio the other day, and I mean, getting the mucus out of my lungs is, it feels sometimes like you can't breathe, like you got this crap floating around. But anyway. Where am I at? So, had some serious mouth surgery done. I had these guys with some lasers, do some stuff in my gums, and they put some stem cells or some kind of crap in. I don't know. I got something going on. I guess back in the old days, in the olden days, they used to rip your teeth out, and then more recently, they used to cut your gums and pull them down and do something with your gums and stitch them back together. But this guy had a laser, and there's this new technology. It's so new that insurance companies almost won't even cover it. But it's a lot cheaper than the old, scalpel surgery, and it's supposed to cause your bone to grow. So, and I told the dentist, I said, I don't get it. I floss and brush my teeth like religiously. My wife thinks I'm a freak. But he said, hey, it's it's a lot of times it's hereditary. It has nothing to do with your oral hygiene. So anyway, sorry to gross you out on Homebrew Wednesday. But anyway, had that surgery done, so I was on a liquid diet for quite a while. I'm finally kind of off that. I'm back to where I'm eating soft foods again. So I still can't eat like crunchy foods, probably for another week. But my wife goes and buys these fried dill pickle chips. Why would you do that to somebody who can't chew crunchy foods? Why would you torture them? Especially somebody from the South like me. You go buy some potato chips that say fried dill pickle potato chips. I mean, why would you do that? I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that to her. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So, on the brewing front. First of all, I might cut away here and show some video of, there's this really cool, and this has nothing to do with home brewing, but it's my video, so I get to put it in here anyway. There's this really cool park authority park in the middle of our neighborhood. I mean, you wouldn't even believe that we live so close to Washington, D.C. With our neighborhood, it's actually absolutely gorgeous. And then, you know, probably 3/4 of a mile down the street, there's this park authority park that's got all these trails, and it's got this kind of haunted house at the top. And you know, my daughter, you know, took me down there. She wanted to go walk. She loves. I actually told her, well, she loves walking in nature. I mean, when she was like, I want to say 4 years old or 5 years old, she said, "Hey, mommy, I want to go walk out in nature. Do you mind?" And she's like, "Yeah, sure thing." It's like raining, you know, doesn't pay attention. You know, Lorelai like walks out the side door with a raincoat and heads down the street. And my wife finally later is like, "Wait a minute, what did she ask me?" She said she was going to go walk in the wilderness, and I said yes. She's like, what? You know, and sure enough, Lorelai's like gone. She like took off, went down the street. 4 years old, 5 years old, something like that. Maybe, yeah, she was probably 5 years old. She was probably 5 years old or 5 or 6, one of the two. She was really young, and she heads down the street, goes down to this park that you're going to see us walking through. And she goes out and hangs out for like an hour before my wife finally like, holy crap, my daughter took off, you know, because when she says, you know, my son's a little different. That dude's not going out if you force him to go outside, even like during the summer when it's not raining and it's just hot, you want him to go out and pick up dog poop in the backyard. Dude comes out with a freaking full-on winter coat, like a face mask, hat, you know, and he covers up, looks like a ninja because he doesn't like bugs, you know. Dude is not going out in nature. My daughter, you tell her go. I mean, she's hauling ass. She's heading out to the woods, you know. But anyway, by the time my wife realized, holy crap, my daughter like took off somewhere, and I think I know where she's going. She must be going to that park because that's the only wilderness that's kind of close to us. So she's like driving down there, window down. Have you seen this little girl? Oh yeah, I saw this little girl in a pink, you know, raincoat. She was like heading that way. Goes down to the park, and here comes my daughter running. She'd been, you know, just hanging out for like 45 minutes at this park. It's raining, you know. So anyway, cut away to the video here. You'll see us. I was kind of trying to pretend that we were doing the Blair Witch Project because my daughter she didn't think that deer live in this little, you know, this little park. And we stumbled upon this deer jawbone, you know, which is definitive proof that deer live in the woods. But anyway, I'll cut away here for that. What's that? Wait, stop. Did you hear that? We're looking for the Blair Witch Project. What? Did you see that? No. So this is a cool part of where we live. There's this park authority park that's right in the middle of our neighborhood. You can see there's the rest of Alexandria. But the cool thing is there's all these trails, and then there's this random house at the top of the hill of this little mountain. All these trails run around, and that's where I guess there used to be a park keeper that used to live up there. It's a really cool house. It's kind of a shame nobody lives there. But anyway.
Yeah, there's a sign that says housekeeper's residence. So.
But nobody lives there anymore. We'll take some more pictures when we get up close. Okay, so anyway, that you see why I like my daughter. She's like pretty darn cool. Anyway, so on the brew front, I think that's what I'm gonna talk about next. The Deliverance Ale on the first batch that I sent off to the midwinter Milwaukee competition, it tanked. It got like a 29. They didn't really like it out there. I am not I'm not dissuaded, or I'm not discouraged. I don't know. I'm still driving on because I know it's a good beer. Don't know why they scored it a 29, other than maybe they had some judge who was like smoking during smoke breaks and he came and his taste buds were, or maybe it didn't have the right, you know, hey, what's your bottle number, Mr. Buddy from Milwaukee? I'm not going to say that happens, but some folks from Milwaukee kind of gave me heads up that, you know, sometimes it's a popularity contest, and who's this punk from Alexandria, Virginia? You know, I don't know. I'm not going to say that happened, but what I will say, as far as there couldn't have been many mixed fermentation sours, or maybe there was. I don't know. Maybe I'm in a whole new category where I'm outclassed. I don't know. All I know is that freaking beer kicks ass, and so I'm not dissuaded. So I'm going to submit the next batch that I've done, which I got closer to the pH I wanted. Instead of 3.2, I was at 3.42. And the ABV just came in. I took a sample right before I put the vanilla beans in, and it was at 5.5% ABV, and I don't think it's going to attenuate anymore. It pretty much finished out. I mean, I'll check another sample here in another day or two, but I think it's about it. I've had four vanilla beans sitting in there for, last time it was only 3 or 4 days. It's already been in there for 5 days. I'm gonna let it go for a full week, and then I'm gonna keg it and I'll bottle that up. But the problem I have, in order to bottle the Deliverance Ale, I have a very unique situation here in the keg that my phone is resting on right now, in that I've got 3 beers, I'm full, and I'm thinking like, hey, is one of them near getting empty so I can maybe bottle a few and then empty it out so I can put this new keg in? No, they're all not full, or I mean they're all heavy. I mean all the kegs are heavy, so there's some beer in there. I've got Dropkick Nate on one tap, which I'm plowing through that pretty well. I've got the freaking barley wine that I did, Shenandoah table wine. That's at 10.7%, so that's not going anywhere fast in the middle. And then I've got a 8.8% bourbon barrel porter that I brewed on the far right tap, and that's that's not going anywhere fast. So I'm delabeling some bottles as I run my yap here. And maybe tonight or maybe tomorrow I'm going to bottle up about a case of this porter and barley wine. So guess what? Some of you guys are going to be getting a beer mail from Mike Dean. It's going to be a pretty hefty porter, bourbon barrel porter, which I got to say is freaking drinking really well now. It's like, and the barley wine, I mean, I don't know. I'm not a expert with barley wine, so I'm not sold on it yet, but anyway, my wife loves it. Everyone that's tasted it loves it. So anyway, I'll send out some of those. And now I have 2 available taps, and then I need to get the Deliverance on tap and get it carbonated, because I have to send the bottles off to the National Homebrew Competition. I'm going to do the barley wine and the Deliverance as my 2 entries, and I have to have that sent off no later. I have to have it at Homebrew or at the NHC. I think I'm doing Philadelphia. No later than the 30th of this month, so I gotta get my ass in gear. So anyway, I am at I guess about 11 minutes. I still got a few minutes to yap. Anyway, that's what's going on with me. I need to catch up with some of y'all's videos. It's good to see Rec Brewery. Matthew is back on the net. He's in his new house. If you haven't, I'll try to remember to put his channel in the comments. He's a good dude. He's done most of the SJ Pour competitions that I have, so I've had plenty of his beers before, and I'm sure he's tasted mine. I don't know if he knows which ones they were, but he's a good dude. Go check out his channel. Go check out his new digs, and he's got a hell of a lineup. He's like running through some serious. He's got like chunks of mangoes and all kind of stuff going on. So go check out his channel. There's a little shout out for you, Matt. Anyway, hey, have yourself a happy homebrew, and have a very, very happy Homebrew Wednesday. Cheers.